Hey travelers! Have you ever been scammed while exploring a new country, or worried it might happen to you? Today, I'm going to expose some of the most common travel scams and give you essential safety tips. We'll journey together through the back alleys of travel scams, those pesky pitfalls that can trip up even the most seasoned traveler. So pack your common sense, your sense of adventure, and let's dive in. One of the most common travel scams you might encounter happens right when you arrive in a new city, often fresh off the plane and eager to get to your hotel. You're tired, maybe a little disoriented, and that's when they pounce. Those unscrupulous taxi drivers looking to take advantage of your jet lag. They might forget to turn on the meter, insisting on a fixed price that's often 2 or 3 times the going rate. Or they might take you on a roundabout route, artificially inflating the fare. And if you're not familiar with the local currency, they might try to pull a fast one with confusing exchange rates. But don't worry, I've got your back. Here are some tried and true tips to avoid getting taken for a ride. First off, whenever possible, opt for official taxi stands at airports and train stations. These taxis are usually regulated and metered, providing a level of assurance. Even better, embrace the world of ride-hailing apps like Uber or Lyft. These apps provide upfront pricing, so you know exactly what you're paying before you even get in the car. Plus, you can track your route and avoid any unexpected detours. Research local taxi apps or ride-sharing services popular in that particular country. Before you even leave home, take a few minutes to look up approximate taxi fares from the airport to your hotel or to popular tourist destinations. And hey, don't be afraid to ask a local for advice. Picture this. You're strolling through a bustling market square, soaking in the sights and sounds of a new culture. Suddenly, a friendly local approaches you, flashing a warm smile and offering to be your personal tour guide for the day. They promise to show you hidden gems and local secrets that you won't find in any guidebook. Sounds tempting, right? But hold on a second. While there are certainly genuine and passionate local guides out there are also those who prey on unsuspecting tourists. These fake guides often work on commission, so the more they can get you to spend, the more they earn. So how can you separate the wheat from the chaff? Be wary of unsolicited offers. If someone approaches you out of the blue, offering their services, it's best to politely decline. Instead, opt for reputable tour companies or licensed guides. Look for tour operators that are affiliated with recognized travel organizations or have positive reviews online. Platforms like Viator or Get Your Guide are great resources for finding and booking trustworthy tours in advance. And when in doubt, ask for credentials. Don't be afraid to ask to see their official guide ID or license. If a tour is being offered at a price that seems significantly lower than others, there's a good chance there's a catch. Distraction theft, the art of sleight of hand and misdirection. This is a classic scam that's been around for centuries, and it's still just as effective today, especially in crowded tourist hotspots. Here's how it usually works. A group of scammers, often working in tandem, will create a distraction to divert your attention. This could be anything from a staged fight or argument to a street performance, or even someone accidentally bumping into you. While you're distracted, another member of the group will swiftly swipe your valuables without you even noticing. It can happen in the blink of an eye, leaving you feeling violated and foolish. But fear not, my friends, because knowledge is power. By being aware of this common tactic, you can greatly reduce your risk of becoming a victim. One of the most effective ways to deter pickpockets is to make yourself a less appealing target. Invest in a good money belt or anti-theft backpack that keeps your valuables close to your body and out of sight. Avoid carrying large amounts of cash or flashing expensive jewelry, and be mindful of where you keep your wallet and phone. Keep your belongings in your front pockets, or better yet, use a crossbody bag that you can keep in front of you, especially in crowded areas. Stay alert and be aware of your surroundings, especially in crowded places like markets, train stations, and tourist attractions. Imagine this. You're exploring a new city, map in hand, when suddenly you're approached by someone who appears to be a police officer. They flash a badge, which may or may not be real, speak with authority, and inform you that you've broken a local law or regulation. They might claim you've jaywalked, littered, or are required to show your passport or visa. Your heart starts racing, your palms get sweaty, and you desperately want to avoid any trouble in a foreign country. This is exactly the reaction these scammers are hoping for. They prey on your fear and confusion, hoping you'll be quick to hand over your passport, wallet, or other valuables. But here's the thing. Real police officers in most countries are unlikely to approach tourists randomly and demand to see your documents, especially not in exchange for an on-the-spot fine. So, how can you protect yourself from these phony police? First and foremost, stay calm. Take a deep breath and remember that you have rights. If someone identifies themselves as a police officer, ask to see their identification. Pay close attention to their uniform, demeanor, and any official markings. If something feels off, trust your gut. Never hand over your passport or wallet. Instead, offer to show a photocopy of your passport or visa, which is usually sufficient for identification purposes. If they insist on taking you to the police station, insist on walking there yourself or taking official transportation. Ah, the allure of a free gift, who can resist? Well, when you're traveling, especially in touristy areas, it's best to be wary of anyone offering something for nothing. This scam often involves someone approaching you with a friendly demeanor, offering a free bracelet, a sprig of rosemary, or some other trinket. They might try to tie it on your wrist, put it in your hand, or even drape it around your neck, all while showering you with compliments and good wishes. But here's the catch. Once the gift is in your possession, the scammer, or their accomplice, will suddenly demand payment. They might claim that the bracelet is a traditional symbol of good luck and that you're obligated to pay for it. Or they might become aggressive, accusing you of stealing if you refuse to cough up some cash. So, how can you avoid falling victim to this common scam? The key is to be assertive and avoid engaging with these persistent peddlers. Politely but firmly refuse anything that's offered to you by strangers, no matter how insistent they may be. A simple no thank you or I'm not interested will usually suffice. Avoid making eye contact or engaging in conversation, as this can be misconstrued as interest. If they become aggressive or try to block your path, don't be afraid to raise your voice or seek assistance from passers-by. In the age of online booking, finding the perfect hotel for your trip has never been easier. But with this convenience comes a new set of potential pitfalls, and hotel booking scams are more common than you might think. Imagine this. You've spent hours researching, comparing prices, and finally clicking book on that charming boutique hotel that seemed too good to be true. You arrive tired and excited, only to discover that the hotel doesn't exist, is under construction, or is a far cry from the idyllic pictures that lured you in. Talk about a vacation buzzkill. These scams often involve fake websites, misleading photos, or phantom listings on legitimate platforms. So how can you avoid falling victim to these hotel horrors? First and foremost, stick to reputable booking platforms like Booking.com, Expedia, or Airbnb. These sites have security measures in place and offer some level of protection against fraudulent listings. Before you hit that book button, do your due diligence. Read reviews from previous guests, paying close attention to comments about the hotel's location, cleanliness, and overall experience. Look for recent reviews with verified stays, as these are more likely to be genuine. And don't just rely on the hotel's official website. Browse through photos taken by actual guests, which can often provide a more realistic glimpse into the property's condition. When it comes to payment, be cautious about paying in full upfront, especially if you're booking through a lesser-known website. Opt for hotels that offer flexible cancellation policies or the option to pay at the property upon arrival. Well, there you have it, fellow adventurers. We've journeyed through the treacherous terrain of travel scams, armed with the knowledge and awareness to stay one step ahead. Remember, a little vigilance goes a long way in protecting yourself from these common pitfalls. By staying informed, being cautious, and trusting your instincts, you can ensure that your travels are filled with joy, discovery, and unforgettable experiences. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up Subscribe to my channel for more travel tips and inspiration. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an adventure. Stay safe and happy travels. See you in the next video.